Today we're going to talk about how to tell if someone's tracking you on your phone and what to do about it if you think it's happened. So guys, in the modern age, we use our phones all the time, and you don't want someone tracking you while you're using it, reading your text messages, looking at your pictures, or even gaining access to your various applications and user accounts on your phone. Now, you might be thinking, but Tom, how often is it really that you will download an application that has stuff in it that is dangerous? We'll only look at so many articles posted recently and for the last few years. There's tons of renegade apps on there trying to spread Trojans and stuff like that, especially on the Android app stores. And you could see that a lot of these applications are actually downloaded quite a bit. And in fact, from this article, it says the 10 most prolific Android mobile banking Trojans target 639 financial applications that collectively have over 1 billion downloads on the Google Play Store. We've even seen fake VPNs on the Android app stores that have phishing campaigns. It helps filter victims for better targeting. Basically, these fake VPN applications like this one can steal your credentials and get access to your accounts, and they can even collect tons of information about you, so you really do got to be careful. If you guys are thinking about a VPN, I would check out one on vpntierlist.com, where I've only listed the most reputable VPNs that you can choose from. These VPNs will help encrypt your internet traffic and protect your IP address while on your phone, and some of the best ones, like my top rated ones, even have ad blocking capabilities that will prevent pop-ups on your phone and prevent you from clicking on stupid websites or having these websites collect information about you. So what are some of the common ways to tell if someone could be tracking you or using your phone or something like that? Maybe it's a hacker, maybe it's a jealous ex-boyfriend, maybe it's even your dad. So one of the most common ways to tell right off the bat if something is up with your phone is if it has performance issues. If you notice your phone being really laggy or stuttering or something like that, it could be an indication that there is a software running on your phone that is slowing things down. Now, with various phones like Android or iPhone, especially on Android, you could kind of see the performance capabilities on your phone and see, what's taking up RAM and stuff like that. This could be a good way to check and see if there's an application or something like that taking over your phone and slowing down performance. Basically, on Android, what you're going to do is go to something like this and look at the running services in the settings to see what kind of things are running on your phone and taking up data. And that leads me to my next point of how to tell if someone's messing with your phone is something looking like at stuff like battery life and also data usage. Data usage can show which apps are using which data, and battery life on your phone, if you've noticed it being more short than average, can also be an indicator that something is clogging down your phone, which is directly linked to the performance issues as well. Now, with data usage, you could see specifically which apps are using which data, and more or less this is going to be something similar to what you were looking at with Android or something like that. On an iPhone, you could go to the data usage and look at this period to see what kind of data is being used where. Now, if you're using an app that you don't really use using up a lot of data, that's not a good sign. Additionally, there are also other ways to kind of notice something going on with your phone that could be meaning someone is hacking or watching you or tracking you. Is hearing strange noises. Maybe you called someone. Maybe your phone is making weird beeps or something like that. This could be an indication something's going on behind the scenes. Additionally, if your phone is turning off and on at random times, if you've received weird messages on your phone, like authentication apps or anything like that, or providing you with codes that you didn't ask for, that could be a bad sign as well. Additionally, if you see any unused apps that you haven't installed or apps that you don't really recognize, make sure to delete those, or you can also go into your browser history on your phone and see if there's anything there you don't recognize either. Any one of these combination of factors or one of them alone could mean someone is tracking you or using your phone without your permission. So now that you might have identified some of these behaviors, or if someone is just knows more information about you than they should, whether it's someone you know directly and they seem to know stuff about you that they shouldn't, it could mean they are watching you. So what can you do about it? Well, there's so many different things you can do to ensure that someone doesn't track you on your phone or have access to stuff they shouldn't. The number one thing you should do if you suspect your phone is compromised is do a factory reset. navigate to the settings, and go ahead and reset your phone, erasing everything on it. Now, if you want to be safe, you could back up some of your pictures and stuff like that and contacts, but most everything you should reset and set the phone back to its factory settings, which will ensure that anything on it that is tracking you could be wiped. This is probably the first thing you should do. And then after that, you pretty much should be good. But we want to talk also a little bit about how to prevent future tracking or monitoring from other people that you might not want. And these are some really good steps you should be taking just to make sure this doesn't happen to you again or happen to you in the first place. Number one, don't download apps that provide free services that shouldn't be free. Stuff like free VPNs that let you connect are usually pretty sketchy and selling your data somehow, or any other applications that kind of seem scammy or too good to be true probably are. So don't download those, and just be careful of what you're willing to put on your phone, just in case it could be a malevolent application. Even on iPhone, just don't uninstall everything. You got to be careful, because even if the application isn't a virus or anything like that, it could still be selling your data somehow to someone, and they could use that data to learn about you. I would also recommend not using applications that have ad pop-ups and stuff like that. Usually this is related to applications that provide free services to you. If an application has ads within it, it's already doing some kind of weird stuff with your data that you probably shouldn't use it. So watch out for those. Additionally, one of the most important things you can do is not click on links in text messages or emails. Just don't really click on any link you don't trust 100%. Just to be safe. If you aren't sure about a link, you could kind of look it up in Google and kind of try to find if any other people are saying sketchy things about links like that or who's sent it from. Do some research before clicking on it at least. Another thing is, don't let other people use your phone. Make sure to have a lock code on it with your Face ID or something like that. And if you are willing to let someone use your phone, make sure you trust them 100%. Even if you are worried about ex-boyfriends and stuff like that, it shouldn't be a thing where you just let someone else use your phone whenever they want, because they could install some application or monitoring software on it. Another thing is that instead of using phone-based authentication with phone numbers and stuff like that, I recommend using app-based authentication overall. It's much more secure than SMS verification. Use an application like Authy, I would recommend. It's very easy to transfer from phone to phone, or Google Authenticator as well. And there's also plenty of other app-based authentication that you can use outside of phone verification through your number. One reason is that it's possible for someone to kind of infiltrate the phone companies and steal your SIM card and basically steal your phone number. This is very dangerous and can happen to a lot of people, especially in the crypto industry, where people's Coinbase accounts and stuff like that are linked to their phone number, and it ends up with them getting their cryptocurrency stolen. So definitely be careful of this, and make sure that you have a PIN number set on your phone carrier as well. So if someone did want to adjust your settings or something like that, they wouldn't be able to without the PIN you set with your phone carrier. That's another thing you want to do, but don't even use phone verification in the first place, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be trusting a retail employee that makes $15 an hour with your entire security on your phone, right? Another good thing to do is don't use old operating systems or old phones either. Old phones are usually not supported anymore. They are lacking software updates, and it could mean that you are using a phone that has a vulnerability that has been patched out on newer systems. If you want to use a very secure system, use something like iPhone that usually has pretty good software updates. Or if you even want to go more down the rabbit hole and use probably one of the more secure options, use something like Graphene OS within a kind of a flash pixel device. It's probably the best option you have overall to have a good secure phone that's also privacy friendly. Now guys, if you also want to prevent your phone from being tracked and stuff like that, or clicking on sketchy things, you can use an ad blocker on your phone that works through DNS. One of my favorite ways to do this is by using a VPN. Now a VPN will also encrypt your internet and hide your IP address from other people so they can't see where you are in the real world. But the ad blocking capabilities of some VPN providers like TorQuard, for example, let you connect and use an ad blocking DNS that will be very powerful in restricting most ads on your phone or even pop-ups. Now, some other browsers like Brave and stuff like that on iOS or Android can work well, but in my experience, these ad blocking DNSs that work through these VPNs work even better, and it's definitely something I recommend. I would recommend TorGuard specifically for that, since it has a great application and works well for that. So if you're interested, click on the affiliate link in the description or pinned comment. Not sponsored by them, but it is my top rated VPN here on the channel. I also have other recommendations too that you can check out on vpntierlist.com. Anyways guys, thanks for checking out this video, and check out the link in the description or pinned comment to see some of my favorite VPNs or favorite privacy tools, and I'll see you again very soon.